We've got Babajide Ogunsanwo here with us this time. He's our data analyst. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Good morning.
Well, yes, we're back to this Ekiti just concluded elections. We remember you looked at some of the stats before that particular elections, but it turned out that the stats appear to have turned out differently this time. Did it for you?
Not really. The first stat was that we're going to be having the youngest governor, irrespective of which party won. And today, yes, we have the youngest governor in the Southwest. But in the last 5 days, I've been studying and doing the forensics of the results. And here's what I found, and I think it will surprise you. Gimba, Fayemi did not win the election.
Oh.
Okay, hang on, don't worry. He will explain, just hold on.
Land quick.
Okay, did the APC's candidates or the PDP's candidates, did he win? No, he didn't. So the question for today is, should we eradicate rigging or should we eradicate poverty? Now, over a century ago, philosopher George Orwell provided us the answer to that question. Over 5 centuries ago, the great thinker Thomas More provided us the answer to that question. In simple terms, poverty, based on the answer, isn't a lack of character. Poverty is a lack of cash. So who won last week's election? Poverty is the acclaimed winner of the July 14 election in Ekiti. It was won by poverty. The evidence from the NBS shows that more than half of families living in Ekiti are poor. Last year, the Federation accounts reveals that they gave Ekiti, in all of last year, 25.6 billion naira. Now that sounds to be a lot of money until you find out what 25.6 billion naira is for the 3.5 million people living in Ekiti. Chamberlain, that's only 20 naira per person per day. And so you shouldn't be surprised when I say the winner of last week's election wasn't any of those candidates. Poverty won that election. So now that we've established poverty has won the election, let's look at the results that INEC released that showed Fayemi won that election. So we should ask ourselves, what are the 3 reasons Fayemi was declared winner? Now the first, Ado-Ekiti. Now why do I pick out Ado-Ekiti out of all the 16 local governments? And that's because the results show that in Ado-Ekiti, the APC and PDP candidate had over 60,000 votes.
3 reasons, you say, while Dr. Fayemi won.
So the first is Ado-Ekiti. Ado-Ekiti had total combined votes between both parties of over 60,000. None of the other local governments even had more than 30,000. So whatever happens in Ado-Ekiti, or what happened in Ado-Ekiti, determined who won. And in this case, even though the PDP won in Ado-Ekiti by approximately 5,000 votes based on INEC's results, Fayemi was celebrating. And why would he celebrate in Ado, even though he lost by 5,000 votes? And that's because in 2014, he had lost in Ado-Ekiti by 27,000 votes. And so in simple terms, Fayemi had gotten 22,000 people not to vote for the PDP this time around. The second reason why he won was that even though the other parties were concentrating on Ekiti South, he had crept in the middle of the night to sit down with all the local governments in Ekiti North, Idosi, Ikole, Ilejemeje, Moba, and Oye. That was the only senatorial district that he did not lose any of the local governments. In simple terms, he won every local government in Ekiti North, giving him a margin of over 9,000 votes. Approximately half of his 19,000 winning margin came from one senatorial district. That is the second reason he won. And the third reason is that he hypnotized everyone in Ekiti. Why do I say he hypnotized everyone in Ekiti? Dr. Fayemi will be the first governor in today's Nigeria where all the senators from each of the 3 senatorial districts are in a different party. Ekiti North, Ekiti Central, Ekiti South, all those senators, the 3 senators, are from the PDP. And so we can see clearly, if it wasn't hypnosis, what happened. No other governor in Nigeria has all the senators from one state and the governor from another state. So it gives us an indication of what will be happening within the next 365 days. But in the final analysis, like I started, when the majority of the people are poor, democracy cannot work. In simple terms, Chamberlain, you cannot have 5 wolves and 1 sheep deciding on what to have for dinner. You know what will happen.
But we're at a point where the allegations are that, should I say, the submissions of the governor-elect is that he can't do without probing the previous administration when he becomes governor. How will that impact on the dynamics of electioneering for Ekiti State?
Probing the previous government is one way to go, but the better way to go is probing how to make more money within Ekiti, how to increase Ekiti's IGR, because that's what the people want. Again, if not, in 2022, we'll be having another election where I'll come to declare that poverty will be the winner.
Well, that's how we end it, even though we don't want to give certificate of return to poverty anymore, but something really needs to be done about all of those. Thank you for coming on this morning. Babajide Ogunsanwo is our data analyst, and that's the show today. We thank you all for watching. What a week it's been as well, but we'll be back next week and stronger as well. And we'll see you next time. I'm Chamberlain Usol.
And I'm Gimba Umar.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a terrific weekend. I'm Ajuri Ngilale.
The views and opinions expressed by guests on this program are those of the maker and do not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, and endorsement of Channels Television.